What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to be checking out the TENVIS Webcam TW888. So I wanted to review a webcam that was actually fairly priced because right now with the pandemic going on and everybody working from home for the most part, you're going to be in a lot of go-to meetings or Teams meetings and all that type of stuff, Zoom meetings even. Now most laptops like my MacBook Pro here, they actually have a webcam already in it. But the problem with the webcams that are in the MacBook Pros, Dells, all those other type of laptops, most of them are not the greatest quality. They usually skimp on the actual hardware that they put in the actual webcams. Now that may not be a big deal to a lot of people. Another thing is, for me, when I'm working from home, I actually use my laptop, which has my webcam integrated into it, as well as two different monitors. And the problem with that is when I'm actually in a meeting and I'm looking at the screen that I'm using with the actual with the webinar going on, the problem is people are looking at the side of my face because my laptop is on the left-hand side of me versus in front of me. So what this webcam is going to allow me to do is actually put it where my face is looking at my two monitors, and it'll actually look a little bit better of me looking at the screen, and it looks like I'm looking at you when I'm talking to you versus looking somewhere else, and it doesn't look like I'm paying attention. So a lot of Logitech cameras, which Logitech's the biggest webcam maker out there. And what I see is most of the 1080p Logitech cameras out there, or web cameras that is, are in the $100 to $150, even $200 range. That's super expensive. This is $39 on Amazon. I'll throw a link in the description below so you can check it out yourself. This is a 1080p 30 FPS webcam. And TENVIS makes this, and we're gonna go ahead and check it out today. I wanna check out what's in the box. I also want to get it hooked up to my laptop over here, and I'm going to show you the quality of what the internal webcam shows, as well as what the quality you're going to get with this actual webcam from TENVIS. Another thing that's really cool about TENVIS is the actual camera on here has a microphone too. So we're going to check out the quality of the microphone, because what's going to happen is when you're talking into the actual camera itself, your voice is carrying to the camera, versus if I'm using my camera on my actual laptop and I'm not looking at it, my voice is going towards somewhere else, and then so you get a muffled voice. So on the side of the box, as you can see here, it says 1080p, 30 FPS. It does have a 120-degree viewing angle. It does have a built-in noise reduction microphone, so it's gonna reduce all the noise, the background noise that you have. Well, not all of it, but it's gonna reduce it the most it can. It is plug and play, free of drivers. It says free drive, I think that meant free of drivers. So that means you don't need a driver, you don't need to download a driver for it. It will work on Mac OS X, as well as, actually now it's called Mac OS, but it'll work on Mac OS, Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 7. It'll work even on Android 4.0 if you wanted it to. So first you get a quick start guide that kind of shows you a little bit of information about it, kind of shows you that it's powered by USB. And then it gives you a little support line to call, as well as sending an email if you need any support. Then you have this little tripod mount if you wanted to use it. So this has a standard tripod mount. I think it's a 1/4 thread here. So you can actually use them. You can actually put a camera on this if you wanted to. But they send you this little tripod, or you can actually use these arms to kind of move to where you want it. And then you can mount this anywhere. So if you wanted to, you could actually mount this camera on the table, or you can actually use the mount that actually comes with the camera and mount it on top of your monitor or your TV or whatever you want to. But you can actually take this camera, the web camera, and actually put this, mount it onto this little tripod, and then put it anywhere you want. Then you have the camera itself. So as you can see here, it's a wide style camera here. You got the camera lens here. You got a power button, or actually not a button, but a power indicator right here. And it looks like a link, kind of a LED link, so that it can tell you if it's actually being used. And then you have, looks like the microphone right there, and 1080p HD. And you can see that this thing is actually not very bad as far as size. It's really wide, so I'm assuming that they use the wideness of this to fit all the electronics in it. But you can actually swivel this on the mount itself up and down a little bit, and pretty much, 360 as well. So they make it really easy for you to turn this around or actually aim it the way you want it to. It is made out of plastic all around. The mount itself is actually made out of plastic. As you can see here, here is the actual tripod mount. Right here is a rubber pad, so that way you can actually put this on a table or something like that, or on top of something, and it won't scratch it up. It shouldn't scratch it up anyways, but they actually put that there, so a little more protection. And then they have this little clip mount here, so you can actually take this right here, this little indentation here, and you can put put that against on top of your, actually put it on top of the laptop here, but you can put that against the laptop, and then the back side will rest on the actual laptop screen part. And that allow you to actually mount this on top of a laptop if you wanted to, or actually mount it on top of your computer monitor or TV or anything like that. So that's really nice and easy to use. And then you have the actual USB A connector, so that way you can plug it in and get it working. So as you can see, it's all black here, and it's pretty much flat black for the most part, except on the front, and that actually takes fingerprints really well here. But the shiny part of it actually does take fingerprints. Not really impressed about that, but at the end of the day, I mean, all of those are going to actually show up fingerprints wise. So let's go ahead and get this hooked up to my laptop, and I'm going to show you the quality. Actually, first I'm going to show you the quality of the actual camera on my laptop. On my MacBook Pro, it's a 2018 MacBook Pro, and then I'm going to switch to this and show you what the quality is of this. You're going to see both the quality of actual image itself, as well as the audio quality that you're going to get from the actual MacBook Pro. And then when I have this hooked up, you're going to see the audio quality of this too. So here is a test of the actual footage from my MacBook Pro webcam. It's from a 2018, I believe it's a 720p camera, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be a little bit different quality than a 1080p camera. But this is what's coming in the Pro line of the Apple products for MacBook Pros, and this is the quality of the audio you're going to get too as well from just a standard webcam from my MacBook Pro. So here's the quality that you're going to see from the TENVIS 1080p webcam. There's a little bit difference between my MacBook Pro and this one, but this is the actual quality that you're going to get from the audio itself, as well as the video you're going to get from the actual TENVIS webcam. So as you can tell the difference, look at the difference, and see if you actually like the quality of this camera. So there you have it. So you get the difference between quality on my MacBook Pro webcam as well as the webcam from TENVIS. Now I will say that as you saw in the videos, you saw the difference in quality. I wasn't too impressed with the actual audio that you were getting from the TENVIS camera, but at the end of the day, you can actually switch to your laptop's audio if you wanted to, or the microphone at least. You can decide in Teams, Zoom, all those different programs, you can decide what is going to use the microphone, where you're going to use the microphone for, as well as what webcam are you going to use. I will say that the TENVIS camera, the quality of the actual image was a little bit darker than the MacBook Pro camera. The audio is definitely better on my MacBook Pro, but I'm here to tell you on my Dell laptop that I use for work, the quality of the camera itself on my Dell laptop for a webcam this thing is way better than that. I wish I could actually capture that for you, but unfortunately I'm not going to use my work laptop for this type of situation. But I'm here to tell you, if you're looking for webcam that's quality, the actual quality of this image is actually pretty damn good. I wish it was a little bit lighter as far as the actual image itself. But other than that, if you are looking or in the market for a decent webcam that's 1080p, decent image quality, and something that's actually you're going to be able to put somewhere wherever you want it to be, if you're having running that problem too, this is actually one that I recommend as far as budget goes. For 40 bucks, there are quite a few out there. I haven't looked at any others really, to be quite honest, but I do using this. I do like this one, and for 40 bucks, that's about the average price of most of the webcams out there that are not Logitech, and that's pretty much it for the going price on that. So if you're interested in purchasing this, like I said, I'll put the link for the product itself in the description so you can check it out yourself and current pricing. I will have you know that I just looked a little bit ago and actually have it on sale for $33. So it may be cheaper than that when you go and look yourself too. If you have any questions, comments, or opinions about this, put them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. If this is your first time to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I will see you next time.